Hey, welcome back. I attended the DIY Teardrop Campers Community 4th Annual Gathering in Bull Shoals, Arkansas, and what a fun time that was. I told you I was going to record while I was there, and for the next couple of weeks, we're going to show you tours of DIY campers. So, without further ado, let's get started. This is Billy from Mississippi. This is his first trip out, and he's going to give us a little tour around the camper.
Welcome to the Time Bandit. As you can see, I got the air conditioner in the front to keep my wife cool. As you can see, it's all metal welded construction, aluminum, all TIG welded. Got the Great Max fan on the top. Inside, give you a little quick look on the inside. Just something simple, just upstairs cabinets. Two access doors.
That's so you don't have to crawl over her to get
That's
out,
exactly
or she don't
right.
have to crawl over
Crawl
you,
over
right?
me. That's exactly right. That's
Nice and
exactly
comfortable.
Right.
There's no trim on this, I'd like to point out. It's all welded, so if you can see that, that's the first time I've ever seen that, and I guarantee this one won't leak.
Got the regular awning that folds out, standard, nothing real fancy. Battery lights, receptacles for outside plugs. Galley area is just a plain, simple functioning galley. No water, just a dry galley.
Nice and basic. Basic is good.
Got room for an ice chest, refrigerator, coffee pot, cooking equipment.
I haven't seen that before. You got some car jacks welded on there. That's actually, I like it. It's brilliant.
Battery lights back here as well. Lift up door.
And this is your first trip. What do you think of it so far?
Trip so far, everything's been great so far. The good Lord's blessed us every step of the way. Regular breaker box, 110.
Nice. Simple is good. I mean, less problems when they're simple.
Yeah. Regular 30 amp hookup.
Okay, so you got the 30 amp RV hookup.
RV hookup.
Do you have 12 volt and? Oh, you have the battery lights.
I've
That's
got
right.
the battery
Yep.
converter, yeah.
Oh, you got a plug on this side too. That's
Two plugs,
nice.
one on each side.
And anybody looking, if you see this whole camper is all aluminum construction, there's very little wood, right?
Only wood's on the inside.
Well, there you go. So it's
Double. It's insulated all the way around, 1.5 inch on.
nice and cool.
Nice and cool.
Well, I just felt in there. I know you guys can't feel it, and I'm telling you, it's like an ice box in there. So, well, thanks, man. I appreciate you taking the time and showing us your camper, and have safe travels back home. This is Mark and Deb's build from Wisconsin. They're going to give us a nice little walk around. This is a home built, and I think he knocked it out of the park. So let's check it out. Go ahead, Mark.
All right, well, we built this in 2007. It's all home built, including the frame, built out of 2x2 tubing. I got the axle out of a Plymouth Voyager. I had to cut it, added some length to it, and welded it back together. It's all skinned with aluminum skin with 3/4 inch of foam and then some paneling on the inside.
Okay.
It's a 5 foot by 10 foot.
Homemade doors.
Homemade.
Did you find them hard to build, or?
They were a pain, but I wanted to make sure I got one on each side.
Right.
So I built the doors. I got the windows and the hurricane hinge from a guy out in California.
Okay.
And we have a full-size futon mattress in here. It's pretty simple inside. It's got the mattress. We got just a shelf on the end. We got our fantastic fan on the roof, and just one dome light. That's all we've got in there.
Very nice, man.
Yeah.
Simple's good. And
Yeah. But it's simple. It don't fail. See.
You're right. Less and easier to fix should something
right.
go wrong.
We've got 15-inch wheels on here. I got to set them
Balloon
hubcaps.
hubcaps.
I got them from a buddy I work with. He bought them back in the 1960s.
Oh, so those are originals.
Well, he bought them brand new in the 1960s, and he never used them. They've been sitting in a barn for 40 years.
Well, it's nice they're getting used finally, huh?
There you go.
Fits the vintage look of your camper too.
Yeah, there we go. We just redid this galley door, so we retrimmed this all out. We got this stuff from Vintage Tech, and we just carry a camp stove with us. We stow it up there like that. We just got some drawers to keep all our stuff in. All the junk that goes with us.
Lots of good storage.
We have this is our
Your little latch system, so they don't come open while you're
they
traveling.
That way we don't come. Yep, they don't come open when we're going down the road.
Awesome. And that's cooler slide out there.
Yeah, the cooler slides out, so you can get into that. And Listen to it.
Hey, hey.
We got the LED lights all the way around for the trailer system, the lighting system. And it's like that. That's what a caravan axle looks like when you put 9 or 10 inches in the middle of it.
That's creative. I've never seen that before, so, and especially, I especially like the shocks.
Yeah,
That's
put
a
them in
nice
there.
addition.
The thing rides as good as the pickup truck.
Well, that's a beautiful thing, so it doesn't bounce all
It
over.
doesn't bounce around too much or anything. We did add a deal to the above the Fantastic fan because it was
Your
getting
rain cover.
it does get a little bit of rain in there once in a while, so we added that to solve that.
So how long have you had it?
07 we built it. We've been
07. Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Oh, so this has got some miles on it. You
we've
got some
miles on it.
got some
yeah.
use on it.
Yeah, we've been all over the place. When we built this, there was scavenging parts was one of the biggest challenges. Yeah.
It's a lot easier now, though,
it's a
isn't
lot
it?
easier now. Yeah.
It sure is, because
Yeah.
even when I started, it wasn't
Yeah.
that easy.
Yeah. All this trim here, this stuff we can get from Vintage Tech.
Right.
But this stuff, that's just aluminum angle iron that I had to anneal and bend around a corner. So
That's tricky all by
Yeah.
itself, annealing.
yeah,
So.
that was a trick. But we got her done. And it don't leak or anything like that. It's just as cozy as can be.
I knew you were leaving today, so I had to come and
Yeah.
record this awesome camper. I'd like to thank you guys for showing up to the group gathering, and I wish you some safe travels home, and I hope to see you next year.
Oh yeah, this has been a great trip, and there's a lot of great people here.
Again, thank you for attending. Have a safe trip home.
You bet. Thank you.
Hi everybody, this is a foamy. I know a lot of people are interested in building a foam camper, and this is all foam. There is no wood or metal above the trailer frame, it's just foam, and it is solid.
Okay, so that's the first foamy I've ever actually seen in person, so this would be interesting.
And this is the fan cutout, which is PMF on both sides, and I didn't paint the inside, I just left it the raw canvas. Pull-out awning, which slides in and out with a Coroplast cover. That way it doesn't sag when it rains.
That's a great idea. So that just slides into the roof structure?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
it uses closet rods and bars from an old satellite dish.
Oh, nice.
That
Creative
fits the
use.
curves nice.
Yeah, creative use of materials.
I used a repurposed storm door that I cut down, put a plywood insert in it, and a window from a pickup topper. This is
Inside?
unusual that it's a teardrop with a bathroom in it.
So look at there. All you people wanting to know if you can put a bathroom in a teardrop, there's your answer. Now this is really unique because and we'll get to it, but he's got little bump outs on the other side, which allows him and his wife to sleep sideways in the camper. So they each have their own space, and then they put the bathroom in the middle, which is ingenious. And another thing that's unique is look at that fan. The Fantastic fan is mounted on a wall, which I've never seen, and everything's working good. It doesn't leak or
Doesn't rain in when it's
Beautiful.
open. And the reason for it being on the side is because I have 3 solar panels on the roof,
Yeah.
providing me with 450 watts of solar.
Oh, beautiful. So it's definitely off-grid capable then.
Yeah, and I got 280 amps of lithium battery, so
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
you-
off-grid.
All day long.
And one of the unique features, another unique feature is I can almost stand in the camper.
Look at there. Let me back out here and show you that. Now, what he's done there is he put a little drop down in the floor. So here it is. It's technically 4 foot tall, correct?
4'6".
4'6".
Or-
Well, but without that, it's 4 tall, correct?
The wall is 4'6" with the
Nice.
without the drop.
Oh, nice. Well, it's 6 inches higher than normal, but still, you just sink your floor down if you need to stand. So it is possible to stand in a teardrop, and he's proven it right here.
And the drop is just an aluminum sheet folded over top of the trailer and underneath the plywood. There is no actual metal structure to it. I wanted it so that if I did ever hit something, it'd rip off and not destroy the whole trailer.
That's
I
smart.
can rebuild the drop floor.
Absolutely. Here's his galley.
Very simple. I use milk crates to support the second shelf because this is made out of foam and there is nothing to really bolt anything.
Oh yeah,
to.
you said there's no wood.
No wood in it. and means that it's no wood, there was nothing to put a hatch on. So I used a tonneau cover from a pickup,
Oh, isn't that a good idea?
which simply rolls up,
Velcro's on the side.
and I got some bars from a easy up to make it into an awning.
Nice. Very
And-
creative.
And I got room for 4 of these storage bins underneath here, plus another small storage bin, and a small ice cold refrigerator.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, all tucked away. Nice and neat. Now this has a diesel heater too, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I put the diesel. I use kerosene because you spill kerosene, it evaporates. You spill diesel, it's there forever,
Right. Makes sense. Makes sense.
and it just burns cleaner. You don't burn so much of it. You might spend $2 more for kerosene.
Yeah, but
over the
like
year, and it's
like you
it's
said,
so
it,
much
you know,
easier.
easier to deal with, so it outweighs the price, the extra additional price.
And when I was inside, I never mentioned that I can get 4 of these storage bins underneath the bed, plus at the tail of the bed, there's space. I can get another 2 of these in.
So,
So
all
6
kinds of
underneath.
storage in this thing.
More storage than I need.
And that's a hard thing to come by in any teardrop. So well done on that.
And
So-
I can stand up and put my pants on.
Yeah, there you go. You even have a bathroom, so that makes the wife happy, right?
Yep. And when I was putting the fuel tank on the inside, I needed to have something to bolt to, so I put a little.
A little trash can holder. Now here's these unique tubs that he put inside, so him and his wife can sleep sideways in it, and that allows for the in-floor storage, and it also allows for the bathroom use, which is, in my opinion, ingenious. Now,
They're just simply storage tubs that you buy in town. One is glued into the wall and cut off, and the other one fits into it. If
okay.
you've ever tried to get them apart in the store, you know they fit tight together.
Yeah, they're hard to come. Yeah, they are. They're hard to get apart. So
And to put them in and out is very simple. You just
Look at
gotta
that.
make the sound
now he's named his camper apparently My Way, right?
after the Frank Sinatra song. I did it my way.
And you did, and it turned out wonderful. And thank you so much for coming to the gathering and taking the time to show us your camper.
You're welcome, and I hope other people get some ideas from this.
I'm sure it's very creative and well thought out, man. Well
Thank
done. Job well done.
Thank you.
This is Darren from Kansas, and he's going to give us a tour of his home build. Caught him on his way out, so forgive the mess. And I definitely wanted to make sure that we included him. Show us around.
Yeah, so just a quick overview. The outside is fiberglass and Raptor liner on the bottom.
Okay.
And there are 6 bolts holding this thing on, so it's actually registered as a utility trailer. I'm just hauling the camper, so that avoids the license plate in Kansas. I have a hitch receiver on the front and back, so I can do a bike rack and a cargo rack, or 2 cargo racks like I did for this trip. That really helps me load anything down I need to. So on the front here, before I move forward, that's my AC exhaust. And so I
Okay.
can just open that up and it's sealed. We have 1 door on the side, and it's got so it's 5x10, and inside here is a queen size bed and about 1 foot for our luggage, air conditioning unit for your shoes, and then over there in the corner is my electrical panel with some cabinets up top and shelving, the exhaust fan in the middle, 2 windows.
Oh, I like that open galley back there. That's unique.
Yeah, that was my wife designed it all, and me and a buddy of mine built it, and then my wife finished it off with the paint and bead board and this and that. So a real good team project. A few things we splurged on, and one thing you can't see in the video is these tail lights are sequential turn lights.
Oh,
And
so nice.
when I hit the blinker, I don't want somebody rearing me, because this is blood, sweat, and tears. into
That's
this.
right.
And so if somebody hit this, I would cry probably for a week or 2.
So you got them on the top and the bottom then.
The bottom ones are not sequential.
Okay.
And but they're usually covered with my rack anyway.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's true.
You
Right.
rarely see it. But if I'm pulled over on the side of the road making lunch, or I have to use the restroom, or what have you, I hit the flashers.
Oh
and
yeah,
it
and
catch-
that's
catches
gonna light it
attention.
up, right?
So that's one thing I splurged on. And then this countertop is butcher block, and that was something I just did for my wife, make it a little bit nicer for her. I knew she'd appreciate that. And then I've got 100-pound sliders, soft close, and this has got my junk drawer. Minus the tortillas. Designed the galley around this cooler. It's a lifetime 55 quart. Little sides here. It's got LEDs there in the front. But overall, it's 5x10. It's perfect for us. Two of us, our German Shepherd. We have a kid on the way. Everything's fiberglass, including this right here. And well, I was going to paint this, but it turned out looking great, so
Absolutely.
we left it and make it look good. I built the door myself out of 2 angle irons pieces.
Okay.
And then I got the battery back here instead of on the tongue, just kind of remove some tongue weight. I was a little heavy
Well, you
at
kind of,
first.
I say you kind of regretted that on your way, didn't you?
I did. I had the cooler fully loaded, I had all the firewood back here, and I had no tongue weight. And so I had to stop about 30 minutes into my trip and move
adjust some
half the
weight up to
firewood
right.
to the front.
I seen your post. That's why I said you kind of regret that now, don't you?
Yeah. And so, but
I don't see a DIY sticker on there yet.
I couldn't find the right place to put it, but I wanted to show it off everywhere I went.
Okay, awesome.
So front and
I
center.
say if you ain't got one, I'm getting make sure you get
I
one
know.
before
So
you
front
leave.
and center, so that way, if I'm at a church function or if I'm at a ball game or
Wherever
whatever,
you're at.
I want everyone to know I built a camper. So they see that, and I pull my phone out, and I'm showing them 300 pictures. I tell them about the Facebook group and all that good stuff.
Well, I
And,
appreciate you making the trip. I apologize for not getting over here earlier to you,
no, it's quite
catching
all
you
right.
on your way out. So again, thanks for coming out, man, and I hope to see you at a future gathering. This is Doug from Arkansas, and this is a very unique build. It's a slide-in, right?
It's well, pick it up and put it in.
Okay.
Yeah, slide in.
So go ahead and show us what you done here and what you brought.
It's a little camper we built to go in a Toyota Tacoma. It's got just a bed and an air conditioner.
It's a
and,
4x8.
It's a 4x8, 4 foot tall, 4 foot wide. Well, it's 6.5 feet long, so
Right.
it's not 8 foot. Right here is a little changing room. That's just shower curtains on bungee cord, and then got you some. Just walk in there and change.
Changed. You could even put a porta potty in there if
Could
you
put
had
a porta
to.
potty in there. I got plans of putting like a jug with a shower head, so you can get in there and take a shower. We've got slide-in drawers. So this one right here is the kitchen.
Oh wow!
It's full length. So we got a 1-burner stove here that she's got over there right now. She's cooking, but it's got everything you need in here: the utensils, pots, pans, collapsible sink. Store a little bit back there. It's got 2 smaller ones on the side for food, tarps, whatever.
Gear.
Yeah. This is just the door off of an old tent that we had. Put it up there so we could have a screen if we're out boondocking and don't have electricity for the air conditioner. We got 2 cabinets up there, all the electronics in it. It's not much electronics, just basically lights and USB ports for phones.
How long did it take you to build?
All the time together, probably about 3 weeks over the course of 5 weeks.
Okay.
I injured my back, so I took a week off, but I'm going to build a trailer eventually, but we built this just to take down to Florida and haul the kayaks. We just finished it in April, but it's got 5,000 miles on it.
Well, there you go.
3,300 miles in just the trip down to the Florida Keys. Now over here, you might want
Yeah, sure.
to check out the air conditioner. I've got just a little shelf that sits on the bed and air conditioner holds onto it. And I haven't worked out anything to cover up this about a few inches of window there, but
Well, that's enough to keep it
that
in.
little
Right?
rain fly keeps the air in there, and it rained last night and we didn't get wet.
Didn't get wet, so
Yeah.
well, you're doing something right. And then you got the roof rack, and we
Got a
got
roof
3
rack, got
kayaks.
4 up there.
4. Holy, yes you do. Yes you do.
And
So
inside the kayaks has got crap piled in it, so there's
Well,
quite
hey,
a bit of
it's
weight up there.
called maximizing space, right?
Right.
You get every inch you can out of it. So I really appreciate you showing up to the gathering, man,
no
and
problem.
I hope that our paths cross again. You got a very unique camper, and in my opinion, one of the more unique ones I've ever seen. So,
I appreciate it.
and it worked. It works out well. I've never seen one in the back of a pickup. I thought about it.
The only downside is if you want to go somewhere, you've got to take all this
yeah.
down
And
you
take
know.
it with you.
But you don't have to worry about leaving your camper out in the national forest while you run to town. You know.
And
So
yeah,
you got
don't
it all
worry
with
about
you.
if it's going to be there when you come
Right,
back.
right.
So, Well, I definitely appreciate your time, sir, and for the tour. Thanks again for coming to the gathering, and I hope that paths cross again and you have a safe travels home.
You too.
This is Jim from Ohio. He's made it all the way to the gathering. Last year at the gathering, the man had a tent, and look at him this year.
I started out with a 2007 Coleman House pop-up. It was completely destroyed on the inside from animals. So I got it, pulled everything off the frame, got down to the frame, went through, primered it, painted it, and basically started building a box on top of it. I started with the floor. If I remember right, for the floor I used 1/4-inch plywood, 1x2 spars, sandwiched with rigid foam insulation. And then on top of that, I built a separate platform for the bed to sit on, so I have underbed storage. And then we came up with the design, the overall shape of the design, based on something we'd seen on YouTube. It was a French design called the Carapade or something like that.
Okay.
And it had the trapezoid shape, and it had the slide-out kitchen and these big half-the-wall gull-wing doors. And so we looked at that, and we decided we kind of like that a little better than the traditional teardrop with the galley outside.
Right.
So we can do a slide-in kitchen. We can cook inside with the fan on while it's raining.
Excellent.
So that works.
That's smart.
We have the doors. We're still working on the doors. The whole thing is still in progress. Haven't finished the interior.
They're never finished, so
So we made our doors. The windows here are actually out of an old pickup truck bed cover, or bed
yeah,
topper.
right, a topper.
So we pulled the windows out. They have cranks on the inside, so they're hand adjustable.
Is the exterior fiberglass?
Everything is plywood. It's been fiberglassed over and then painted. The mint green is an automotive paint, and the cream color is the actual International Harvester White from Tractor Supply.
Right.
Aluminum trim, we got those, I believe, from Vintage Technologies. And the step here, I want to get another step like this for the other side, so I'm always on the lookout for another Coleman slide-out step. It just makes a nice little footrest, place to put my dog's food dish. For the ceiling and the walls and everything, we took 4x8 sheets of 1/8-inch plywood, and we cut them down to 3 1/4-inch strips, and we dyed them what we thought were nice colors originally. They were like a red wine, a forest green, and it was some shade of gray. With nothing in here, it was just way too Christmassy for me.
Right.
It was extremely Christmassy. For the lights, we found these little flush fit puck lights on Amazon. Those are extremely bright.
Okay, and in the back of the camper,
In the
this is
back-
what's really cool about this camper, I think. Well, the whole camper's cool, but this is an idea that I haven't seen before. So
Yeah, this is actually our kitchen. Instead of having a galley under a hatch in the back, we decided to go with a slide-out kitchen. Comes out the side of the camper. Fans right above it, so that way if it is raining, like I said earlier, we can just sit here and cook. We have room. Our bed folds up to a couch. We have the dog bed over there. We can shut our doors. The truck bed windows open up. We can get ventilation. The
you
fan.
got good ventilation to pull the carbon monoxide out. You're good to go.
Yeah, and we have a carbon monoxide smoke detector over here next to the kitchen.
That's a must-have.
I have a fire extinguisher I still need to mount to the side. For the kitchen, it uses the same hinges as the big doors. These are walk-in freezer hinges, again from Amazon. And the door opens out. I still need to put a catch on the door and a handle on the counter. The counter slides out. And I need to get a telescoping
Yeah,
light.
right. Like you said, work in progress.
But this is our stove. It's a 2-burner stove. It was the original stove to the Coleman camper we used. Sink and the hand pump as well. The kitchen actually was my wife's design. She did the whole thing. She's not a huge fan of being on camera, so she probably won't come over here. The lights here, while we're outside here, they actually come with clear and amber lenses when we bought them. We decided to use the amber on this side since that's what shines that way. The clear on this side, they're pretty bright, even for amber, and it's still relatively daylight out.
Right, right.
For tail lights, we decided, reproduction Ford tail lights. I always liked those stop tail lights. I'm not a Ford guy personally. Don't hate me for that. Chevy guy. But I always like these old Ford tail lights.
Yeah, and I do too, so I'm with you on that.
They say stop. The lower light here is our tail light for when we turn the headlights on. They also act as our turn signals. We have a third brake light. After about a year looking for a third brake light, I saw that, and it resembles the shape of the camper.
So yeah, it fits.
Yeah, so that
So-
worked.
So you got the same pretty much going on this side.
Yeah, on this side, we have our shore power hookup. There's my girl Shadow, and she walked in front of the camera. This is just a door to access the storage. I found this small chain at Menards. It's actually in the towing section.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure what you're supposed to tow with it.
Yeah,
Talk to Toys
I
or
wouldn't tow
something.
much with it, but
Talk to Toys Hot Wheels. And it's just, you know, it makes a nice little table to sit things on. I've got my air compressor in there in case I need it. I use 3/4 inch and 1/4 inch for the walls. I don't have any insulation in the walls, just the floor and the ceiling. So I glued a 1/4 inch sheet to a 3/4 inch sheet, so my walls are 1 inch thick.
oh wow.
The only reason I did that is because the smallest barrel locks that I could find for the doors were 1 inch. Couldn't find 3/4 lock,
Right.
so I made 1 inch walls. Same door, same truck window. That one needs adjustment. Yeah, the doors are nice because they're wider at the bottom than at the top. So when they open up, the two of us can actually sit there.
Sit there together, right?
And then up front, I did a diamond plate rock guard. I actually got a really good deal on the diamond plate. It was a 5x10 sheet, and I think I paid $85 for it.
And I'm glad you made it out this year.
Oh yeah.
And it's a big step up from a tent.
Big
So
step up from a tent.
again, hey man, thanks. I appreciate your time. Thanks for coming to the group gathering, and hope to
problem.
see you
Thanks for
again
having
next year. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I did. I enjoyed meeting all y'all and recording these videos. A lot of great innovations. I think that was a great way to start off this series, and stay tuned for the next couple. Until then, build on.